July 29th, Saturday morning, early, and just out for an easy 5 miles or 6 miles, I think, today. So I've been doing a little bit of walking and running, both, kind of a combo of the two. Feeling really kind of beat up this week. So anyway, this is kind of reminding me of my first marathon I did back. I was 32 years old when I did my first one. All right, so I went and ran for a little bit more. So anyway, I was saying, this is reminding me of my first marathon. I was more, so in my late teens, I was kind of became a road cyclist. I was heavily into that and racing until into my 30s. And of course, got a corporate job and did a lot of travel. I was doing 80% travel for work. And so I started picking up running just because, well, it's convenient. I could stay in shape, and if I went to a different city, I could go and run there, and I would take my bike with me. So a lot of colleagues at work, well, we had about a dozen people that were, some of them were turning 30, some of them just wanted to run a marathon, was on their bucket list. And so they talked me into running a marathon with them as well. And, I thought, this will be easy, no problem. And yeah, that's kind of what got me into running. But that session, that training for that marathon, for me was terrible. I was only doing 3 runs a week because my body was just so beat up. And so I would do maybe 3 to 5 miles during a week twice, and then do a long run on Saturday. So you can run a marathon that way. It's not, I don't recommend it, because you're spending most of your, half of your time is doing your long run on the weekend, and then you have to recover from that. So but it's doable. The other problem I had was they got into a different marathon than I got into. So my marathon was 3 weeks before theirs was. So I was on a different schedule than them. And like on my longer runs, I had to, they turn around and go back if we're doing out and back. And so I had to tack on another 2 or 3 miles and then turn around and come back. So, the last half of my runs were all by myself. And one time I was actually doing my longest run I ever had done. To that point, I was doing 18 miles. And it was back in Denver. We're on Highline Canal. So if you're from Denver, know that canal. It's a really cool running trail, biking trail. And so we had stashed water buckets of gallons of water out there. Well, it was so hot that day that on the way back, all the water was empty. Not just my group, but other people who were out running were snagging water from our coolers. And so I ran, gosh, probably 11 miles without any water in really hot weather. And when I got home, I was drinking, anything I drank, I would throw up. I could not keep anything down. So that was about 2 weeks, I believe, from my marathon. And my knees were hurting, my foot hurt, and I basically stopped running at that point. I didn't run anymore because I just couldn't do it. And that was my taper. My taper was no running, basically, for 2 weeks. I went to the marathon thinking, I'm not going to finish this thing, and that was like kind of humbling, because I was a category 2 cyclist. And so I raced at a very high level, and thinking that there's something I couldn't do was very humbling. Anyway, I got to the marathon, ended up running a 3:50 marathon. And I remember thinking, like, before this, like, I'm done. I'm not going to run anymore. I'm finished with this. This sucks. I hate it. And I remember the last couple miles of the marathon, how disappointed I was. I was thinking, man, it's almost over. And I literally had tears coming down my face, because there's all these people out there cheering you on, and you're on the marathon. You have a sorry, there was a pump running over here, but you have your name on your bib. So what I thought was kind of cool is, and you never get this in cycling, but there's strangers on the side of the road just watching the marathon, and as you run by, they'd see your name and they would yell at your name and say good job. And that was really, that made me feel really good. But I literally had tears coming down my face. And I remember crossing the finish line and like, when's the next one, man? I want to do another one. This was fun. And so that's kind of my introduction to running. God damn it. Fuck. Yeah, another snake. Told you that's gonna happen. At least that one's just a green garter snake. Wait until I see a rat snake out here. Those things are like 4 feet long. Anyway, I forgot what I was talking about. I'm positive. Well, good morning. Taking the day off. I'm running. My hip's been kind of bothering me in my IT band, so I thought I'd do a little cross training, go for a bike ride, and enjoy the morning. Sunday morning, beautiful day. So yesterday I was telling you guys about my first marathon, and I was thinking about some other stories from that whole experience. It was crazy. It's I was thinking, like, I'm amazed that I'm even running still, because I did everything wrong. I did a half marathon and I wore cotton socks, cotton t-shirts. I chafed my nips off, man. I was bleeding when I came to the finish line. It was awful. So yeah, it's just kind of, I was thinking about all those crazy things I did wrong, and it's just amazing I kept doing this. I think I've done 15 marathons since then. So yeah, it's been, definitely been a learning experience. Had lots of coaches, and it's kind of, that's the other thing too that's kind of crazy, is you get told different things from different coaches. This is what you need to do. This is how you have to do it. Man, do what you feel. Take their advice, listen to them, because they have good advice too. But listen to your body, and like today, my hips been bothering me, so I'm gonna just take the day off and do some cross training and just enjoy my health in the morning. So just some advice. I'll come back here in a second. Okay, so speaking of bloody nipples, at the first marathon at the expo, I was there buying some stuff, before the marathon, and there's a lady, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, but there's a thing called nipple guards, and you basically put them on your nipples so they don't chafe when you run. And if you've ever seen The Office when they're doing the 5K run, I think Andy has some under his shirt, and it's like making his nipples look like they're huge. But anyway, this lady was standing next to me, and we're checking out, and she asked the lady behind the counter what these were, and I said, I'll answer that question. I said, they're nipple guards. I explained to her what those are, what they do, and she goes, do you wear those? And I'm like, well, I bought some corn removers thinking they were nipple guards, and my nipples fell off. And the look she gave me was like a look of horror on her face. She could not believe, like, what? And she was looking at my chest to see if she can see anything there. But anyway, stupid joke, but it made me laugh. Okay, so heading back to the house now. I'm not sure if you guys can hear me, it's kind of windy out here, but I was just kind of thinking about, like, what I was supposed to be doing today running. I was going to do hills today. I was only going to run like 10 miles and I was trying to get 1,000 feet of elevation of gain today. So that's not going to happen. I need to take it easy, and my body's just feeling a little beat down, and one thing I've been thinking about on this ride is just really how lucky I am to be healthy enough to do this. There's so many people out there that can't do what we're doing, so don't take it for granted. I was also looking around here. We've been in our house for going on 8 years now, 7-8 years. And when we first moved out here, we're in North Dallas, and there's nothing out here. There's just a bunch of farms and stuff like that. It was great for riding bikes. We got a bunch of gravel roads today, but my gravel roads are getting engulfed by all these houses. They're building like crazy down here. So, bringing all the people from California in. My whole street, I think, is from California. We guys, which is fine. Except from Colorado, so I can't complain. But yeah, Texas is pretty cool. It does get hot here. They got big snakes, which, as you know, I hate snakes, and so trying to deal with that. Anyway, appreciate you guys watching. This is I'm actually heading out to California for work this week, so I'll be out there for a week and try to get some runs done out there. But I appreciate you watching. If you don't mind, give it a thumbs up and subscribe and tell your friends. It really helps the algorithm. Anyway, you guys have a great week, and we will talk to you soon.